one sideline, we've got a look at the head coach of the visiting Raiders. His guy's one of the fortunate 2-0 teams here to start this 2026 season. Facing off with him, that's head coach Kellen Moore of the Saints. His guys on the flip side, they're 0-2 on the season, facing a tough test in a game here. First carry here for Ashton Genty. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. 7 carries, over 120 yards. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Mendoza working. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
As quarterback, Kate, you got to hope that those crumbs don't just lead to the cookie in the passing game. A short scramble like that may open up a bigger one down the road.
Mendoza, 3rd and short. And no luck. That's incomplete, and that means it is 4th down. So they couldn't throw for it on 3rd down, and as a result, they're headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. Bringing them out, the Rookie of the Year runner-up from last season. Here is Tyler Shuck.
A bit of a individually.
Quickly to the air. Here's Shuck. Connects with Johnson. And he's going to get about 3 here. Almost all of it on the catch. The defense was there immediately.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Shuck with a quick toss out wide. And not a lot available there. Makes it to the 26. Jeremy Chin there on the stop.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Shuck on 3rd down. It's on target to Johnson. He's got about 8 yards as he's taken to the ground. And that is going to be 1st down Saints.
We call 3rd downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection. Set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Shuck to throw. Jump off top by his back. And he'll get it up to the 44. Looked like a first for a moment, but still a couple of inches left to go. 2nd down.
It's 2nd and inches.
On the give, it's Miller. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now Shuck to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And they're turned away on 3rd and short. Actually might have lost a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down. So out comes somebody with plenty of experience punting here in New Orleans. Spent 4 years at Tulane, Ryan Wright. That's taken at the 15. And they haul him down, but we all saw it. That's pretty awkward, partner. This flag should be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Automatic 1st down.
A good good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Mendoza. And the catch won't survive the contact this time. Incomplete. That was a tough ass partner making that play against double coverage. It's 2nd down. Here's Mendoza. Taking a deep shot here. And that's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Looking one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing 3rd down. Mendoza now. That finds Bash, complete. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
1st down, Raiders.
Mendoza running the play action. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he stopped almost immediately after that catch. He's down at the 30. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
1st down, Las Vegas.
Giving this to Genty. It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. Through 1 quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Raiders in possession. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down. Another give here to Genty. Down here after a gain of about 14 yards, it looks like. That's going to give them the 1st. Well, he's got his early highlights, Brock, but you know he wants to add a few more to that reel before this game wraps up.
There's no question about that. And you want to get that century mark. That's a number that running backs are proud of, and stacking runs like that will sure help.
Looking inside the red zone. Passing quick here with the pass rush, fast enough to match it. On and in time to alter that throw. And it falls incomplete. It brings up 2nd down. Here's the snap to Mendoza. And he's going to be stopped a few yards from the end zone. Just a couple from what would have been 1st and goal. The Saints calling for a timeout to their 1st. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. All right, 2 yards to go here on 3rd down on what will be the 9th play of this impressive drive. Now Mendoza. And this is going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Touchdown,
Trey Tucker. The 2nd score that he has brought in this season. This offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Brown with a return here. And he's brought down just inside the 25. This New Orleans offense ready up for its 2nd drive of the contest. Still in search of their 1st points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. From the gun, a give to Miller. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Run loss of a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
Shock looking to pass here. And good work there, adding a little chunk after that catch as he gets it ahead for 8 yards. Make this 3rd and short.
That's a gain of
Rhythm.
8.
You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
That's good for a Saints 1st down.
Now a shotgun handoff to Miller. He's got to gain a 6 there. And that's my guy Tonka Hemingway there for the stop.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Raider. Raiders defense goes in the dime for 3rd down. Throwing, Chuck. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. On again comes Ryan Wright for another punt. Dylan Lownby back deep for the Raiders. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And it can't hurt you with the return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line. This offense sent it back to the field, led by their receiver. Streak here, currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. Here's Mendoza, out of the play fake. Ooh, the drive nearly ends on the first play. Had the interception, but dropped it. Means it's 2nd down. So play number 1 almost ended this drive. Let's see what play number 2 has in store. Mendoza on 2nd. And he stopped almost immediately after that catch. He's down at the 30. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Here's Mendoza, 1st and 10. He's completed just half of his first 10 passes so far following that last play. And off to Genty. And he's got a chunk here, about 14 yards before the stop is made. 1st down coming up. And we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we hit our 2-minute warning. More from Caesars Superdome in just a moment. This is Mendoza. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down. Following the near interception, this is 2nd and 10. Mendoza. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
1st down, Raiders.
Counter give to Genty. And a solid gain there, Brock, of about 5. Takes him inside the 40-yard line.
Nothing too fancy there. That is just some good physical football from a back who knows how to read his blocks, Kate, keep himself square, and go get those tough yards.
2nd down now for Mendoza. Makes the grab in bounds left side. Hit there, and he's forced out. Gain of about 15 before it. And it is 1st down, Las Vegas.
And the Las Vegas 1st down.
It's Mendoza. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. And the Saints get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
Back losses, and you want to help your team defensively. The best way you can do it is to take the ball away, gain an extra possession, and he did just that.
No one open, it looks like, so he's just going to chuck this to a different pair. 2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Back to throw, Shuck. Got a man downfield, he finds Polk. They get him to the... About 25 before they did. And it's going to be 1st down New Orleans. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be hit almost immediately after making the catch. And it's going to be about a 6-yard pickup.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the 44-yard
Throwing on second. Shuck. That's caught by Chris Olave. The play goes after he gets ahead for about 9. And that is going to give the Saints a first down.
That's good for a Saints first down.
Shuck's going to throw here. And this will wind up incomplete. So the failure to connect brings up second down.
Jerron Johnson, incomplete. The coverage by Jerron McCoy.
To throw, Shuck. They close in on him and drag him down on the other side of midfield. They got him at the 48. The Saints call their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Will this drive continue? Here comes third down. Shuck. Defense is closing in on him, and he's going to be dropped at the 46. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Ryan Wright on to punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. The punt's away, and this one looking good. Angled this one for the sideline. So this one sails. Back would go at the 20-yard line. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Benson's got it. They're going to pick up 12 yards on the play, Brock. That's going to set them up with a first down. And they will not snap it again as we have reached the end of our first half. So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. The first couple of weeks of the regular season were wild, to say the least. What about week 3? Let's jump in. Our look around the NFL starts now. Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland. It's the Browns at home to take on Carolina. And this is Chuba Hubbard. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. The Panthers are back in the win column. They move to 2-1 with a week 3 victory. From there, let's look in on the Jets and Lions from Ford Field in Detroit. And this is one of the best young tight ends in the game, Sam Laporta. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Lions are off to a 3-0 start as they get the victory. Lastly, let's check out the front runner for Week 3 Player of the Week. It's our impact player, and it's this man. And it's a big old welcome back for this man. Patrick Mahomes is back. One of his 2 rushing touchdowns on the afternoon. The Chiefs go on to demolish their opponent. They get the blowout victory. And with that, a look at what else is going on around the NFL here in week number 3. Meanwhile, in our game, just 1 touchdown on the board. 7-0 is the score. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Genty. Escapes the defender. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Mendoza working. Pressure coming, and they take him down. And that's going to bring up second and goal now from the 9.
A loss of 4 yards. It's second down and goal.
Genty from the gun. To the goal line and in. Touchdown Raiders.
Touchdown.
Ashton Genty. So first and 10 now from the 30. Drive starts with Genty. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. Second and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
At the 31-yard line.
Second down. This is Mendoza. Ooh, he misfired on that one. It's behind his man.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Cling to that lead and find a way to convert this third down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
No throw. Third and long. And they'll get to him here. Play finally put to an end after about 15 yards gains. And they got that first down, too.
A gain of 15. And the Raiders first down.
Here's Mendoza. As that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the third quarter. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's the Raiders' ball, a chance at a win if they can hang on to this lead. Play action, Mendoza. They did it! He made the interception! That's Julian Blackman. And the Saints have some new life in the fourth. So first and 10 now from the 30. Back to work after throwing the pick. That's complete to the back, Ashton Genty. And he's going to be hit almost immediately after making the catch. And it's going to be about a 6-yard pickup. Coming off a 6-yard completion, here's second and 4.
At the 36-yard line.
They give left side to Genty. Breaks through and breaks away. Reaches the 30. And is into the end zone. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Ashton Genty. 2 in this game now after he had 3 a week ago. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hit.
The Las Vegas offense is set. First and 10. They go handoff to Washington. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. Good play call there. 15 yards for their efforts, and they got the first down.
Yak. That's what it's all about in this league as a running back. Can you get those hard yards after initial contact? This dude just got it done.
Play fake. Here's Mendoza. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And nothing doing after the catch, but a good gain on it. They're down to the 35. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. All set to go now from the 35. Mendoza now. Connecting on the slant. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. A clutch moment for a massive play. 37 yards.
First down, Raiders.
On first down, Genty. He picks up 5 on that first down run, brings up second down. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5.
At the Saints' 23-yard line.
Now Mendoza. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Mendoza, 3rd and short. This one's going to wind up incomplete. He had him over the middle for a second, but he was muscled off that catch. That brings about 4th down. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff.
A 40-yard attempt.
Game's kick is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know.
This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. We give up the guts. It's Genty. And he gets a gain of 9, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. First down carry, got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Back to Genty. Has some space inside the 15. And that's a Raiders first down. And more than that, Brock, it should seal away the win for them. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. They're going to pass it here. Center of the end zone finds his man. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Trey Tucker. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you've got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
First play of the drive, Brock, you always tell me that's always the start of a new battle. And defense wins round 1 in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right? You got to now put yourself in a manageable 3rd down after lack of execution on 1st.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Connects on the crosser. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Raiders.
And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. All set now. 1st and 10. Here's Mendoza. Another play fake. To the end zone, but incomplete. Took their shot there on 1st down, Brock, but don't come away with any points just yet. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player, and now as a coach, please don't do that again.
He has it at the 5! And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
Has his man, middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. Jack Besh, the 2nd score that he has brought in this season. Raiders in this one. And they're continuing to survive among the final remaining unbeaten teams across the NFL, as they're now up to a 3-0 start. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Raiders winners, as we say so long from New Orleans.
Fall is in the air. Hey everyone, Scott Hansen here. This is your EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 3, presented by Lowe's. Lots to get to this week. We'll start at Soldier Field. The Bears at home to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. And it's Jalen Hurts to the rookie from USC, Makai Lemon. 30 yards on the touchdown pass. The Eagles get the victory in the battle of unbeatens. From there, we go to Indianapolis. We'll check in on the Colts as they host the Houston Texans. And it's good to have this man back. He missed all of last year, Najee Harris. He's going to run behind his pads and power it in, 8 yards for the touchdown. Early season injuries starting to pile up. Here's the injury report for Week 3. The big news this week, Breece Hall. He's picked up a pretty substantial shoulder injury. This is one that could linger for a while. The early estimate is that we might not see him again until sometime around mid-season. Fall is officially in the air. Time now to name the EA Sports Player of the Week for Week 3. And the honor goes to this man, Ashton Genty. He was fantastic in the road win in the Superdome. He just found running lanes all game long. The Raiders are going to come away with the victory. They win it by 3 scores. A look now at this week's top performers in the NFL. From there, we give you a look at the league leaders in rushing through 3 weeks of play, some of the usual suspects populating this list. With that, a look at the rest of the scores here and a busy week number 3. And that's a wrap for this week. For all the hardworking men and women in the studio, Scott Hansen saying goodnight. We'll see you again next week right here on EA Sports.